Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good news. Biden's did what he came into office to do. We vaccinated 100 million people in his first, not even 100 days in office. That was his goal. And I think it's significant to look at this because when Trump came into office, and I don't want to go on about Donald Trump any more than I need to, a lot of what Trump did was complain about Obama didn't do this, Obama didn't do that. It's so hard for me as president. I'm coming in to do this and I have to do this. And he's just complaining. He complained about Obamacare not working, Obamacare being broken. Obamacare did that. And he did that. And that's all you kind of heard. Biden, we saw when Biden got elected, December, January, Trump didn't do anything to help Biden. He didn't say, this is what we have a plan for COVID. He didn't say anything. He literally left Joe Biden a plate of hot dog shit in the White House to come into and make magic out of, to do something with. And now Trump is on the news trying to claim credit for the vaccine. For a virus he called a hoax for a good part of 2020. And a virus he blamed China for a good part of 2020. And a virus he said it wouldn't affect anyone for a good part of 2020. For a virus that he said bleach and injecting sunshine and UV light should kill. And the malaria drug, right? And now he wants credit for the actual vaccine that seemed to be pushing America forward. GTFO, Donald Trump. Get out of here with that. Fox News, Trump's supposed to get out of here with that, right? Trump had all to even begin to give Donald Trump credit for this. He would have had to in his last month of office, right? And I always say this, Trump could have gotten re-elected so easily if he just lifted a finger to help with COVID. He complained about it half the time. The other half of the time, he's just throwing blame on China for when it didn't work. It's China's fault. It's Obama. Even at one point, he said it's Barack Obama's fault. In one interview, I'm not even kidding you. It's Barack Obama's fault. It's never Donald Trump's fault. It's never his job to do anything. But when the job is done and things are working, remember who gave you those vaccines? Donald Trump. So F out of here with that. But Biden did it. 100 days, less than 100 days. I think it's his 40 days in office, and he got 100 million people vaccinated. His goal was, you know what, America, I don't know if you're going to do it. And a lot of Fox News people, I'm looking right at you. If you love Fox News, you watch Fox News. What did Fox News say in January 22nd? Oh, Biden's asking to do too much. 100 vaccines in 100 days. I don't see it happening. It's not going to happen. It's, he's too old. He's too sleepy. He's too lethargic. He's not going to get the 100 million people vaccinated in a year, 2 years. It'll be 2 years before he gets that done. That was all Fox News said the night, 2 nights, 3 nights after the inauguration, January 21st inauguration, when Biden said, this is what I want to do. I might not get it done, America, but this is what our goal is. And that's what a man is. That's what being a man and being a leader is. You say, you know what, family, we're going to try to go as far as we can with this tank of gas, right? The tank of gas might not get us to where we want to go, but we'll see how far we could go with what we have, basically, as an example, right? And that was Biden's philosophy. We might not make it. I'll take responsibility if you don't get 100 people vaccinated. It'll be my fault if you don't make it, but I want us to make it. I want this goal to happen. That's exactly the rhetoric that came out of Joe Biden's mouth and his administration, right? We're going to follow the science. We're going to get this done. So glad that's done. That's happened. 100 million people. That's a third of the American adult population, or more than a third, actually, of the total U.S. adult population. And that's it's good work. It's good work. I mean, I don't want to give credit to Joe Biden for doing what a president should do, kind of. But because Donald Trump has done so freaking little in regards of COVID, in regards of helping regular Americans, when stuff do go right, you have to say, wow, congrats to Joe Biden, right? And if you love planting flags in your lawn and putting bumper stickers in your car, and you want to show America that America is being made great again, put freaking Joe Biden's flag in your lawn. Take that Trump flag down, put Biden's flag up. put that Biden's bumper sticker in your car, take that Trump bumper sticker off your car, because Joe Biden has done what Donald Trump didn't want him to do, has done what Donald Trump did not even want to do himself for a year. Trump had to tackle COVID. He didn't do squat, right? Pence was head of some COVID task force, right? When they investigated the COVID task force, Trump hadn't been to a meeting since July or June or August, and it's like November, December, and they said Trump hasn't attended a single coronavirus meeting with this task force that's in the White House, right? It's not in Florida, it's not in California, it's not in Pakistan, it's in the fucking White House, and Trump did not go to these meetings, right? That's how much Trump cared, right? 500,000 people died. The worst deaths of COVID, the worst daily deaths, right, was the first week of December. Remember that, like 3,800 people died, 4,000 people died, 5,000 people died a day. And even the media, left and right, were saying, wow, more people are dying a day from coronavirus in America than of anything else in ever for American history at any other point in American history, right? More people died from COVID in a day than any other tragedy in American history. And what was Donald Trump doing in December? I won the election fraud, election this, election that. Investigate that, give me votes, find votes on the rocks, find votes buried on the rivers. That's all he said for a freaking month whilst people were dying, right? There's no way in hell I would have wanted to vote for that guy, right? My vote for Donald Trump, my respect for Donald Trump, I told you guys, stopped when he drew fake lines on a map and told people that's where the weather went. When I guess we're freaking idiots, we saw the weather go to Georgia and the Carolinas, but he said it went to Alabama and Texas. And he drew lines on a map, right? And he did not say, you know what, I was wrong. I made a mistake. The weather went that way. Let's get them money. Let's get them reliefs. He continued to this day. You ask him, oh no, my lines were right. The weather went to Alabama. And we all saw where the weather went. And at that point, you look at this dude and you gotta say, you have no respect for this shit. This is garbage. It's garbage, right? If your spouse lied to you like that, your kids lied to you like that, your parents lied to you like that, your pastor, your church lied to you like the way Donald Trump lied to people on TV, from the White House, from the Oval Office, right? He's not some guy in the alleyway selling watches in his coat, in his trench coat. He's the president of the freaking country, and he's lying to us in broad daylight on TV, right? You would not accept that from your pastor, your spouse, your kids, your parents, your neighbors, right? Why the hell should you vote and accept that from a president, right? Biden did what he promised us to do. He didn't promise us more than that. He didn't promise us less than that. And with his promise came, we may fail. We may not get this done. It's my fault if you don't get this done. It's my responsibility if you don't get 100 million people vaccinated in 100 days of my presidency, right? Biden, in all honesty, he had every right to sit in his hands for 100 days in office and say, Donald Trump didn't leave me a COVID plan. The vaccination playbook for Donald Trump, the vaccination distribution playbook, was fucking empty. There was nothing in those pages. There's no playbook. It's just a big stack of empty papers with a cover that said vaccination playbook. There's nothing in the playbook that was left for Biden. There's no COVID protocols that was left for Biden, right? Biden was left dog shit when he came into office, right? Thousands of people were dying a day when Biden came into office. He said, we may get this done. If we don't, it's my fault. It's not Donald Trump's fault. It's my fault. He owned up to it, right? And that was what was missing for 4 fucking years with Donald Trump. There's no ownership for failure. There's no ownership for doing work. There's only ownership with Trump for winning. And that's empty. That's nothing. I could win. I'm winning, right? I'm winning. What are you winning? What the fuck are you winning if people are dying and you're winning, right? If half the country is hungry and you're winning, right? I have the biggest house on my street. But what's the point of me having the biggest house on my street if my neighbors are starving to death? If my neighbors are getting robbed and mugged by criminals? If garbage collection isn't happening? If postal service isn't being delivered to my house? What's the point of me winning in a big freaking house, right? And that's the point of this video. You guys have to take ownership, right? And what I love about Biden, right? And honestly, I didn't vote for Biden to be anything more than a not Donald Trump. That's all we wanted when we voted for Biden. I'll tell you that right now. If you don't understand what Democratic voters had in mind as a Republican voter, because you guys are on some sort of drugs when you voted for Trump, if you do not understand what we are thinking, The only thing we wanted as voters, as Americans, was we did not want Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Clifford the dog could have been running against Trump. We would have voted for Clifford the dog. That's how much we didn't want Donald Trump in office. Right? So for Biden to come in and do more than what we expected him to do more than what he promised us to do. Take your hats off to that guy. Put the flag in your lawn. Put the bumper stickers in your car. You know, because that's what being America is about. It's making promises. If you fail on those promises, you take responsibility. If you win on your promises for helping this country, everyone sees it. Everyone else benefits, from poor to rich to middle class, benefits from your promises and your success. Not just you and your family, right? The whole street benefits from my success. That's what America's about. Not Donald Trump saying I'm winning and you guys are losing. That's garbage. Wake up, grow up.